I don't know if you feel the same way I do, but sometimes the guitar industry feels to me like a museum, always restoring relics or relicking new guitars, worshipping design, creativity, engineering, and workmanship in times of old. So today, my friend, I'm going to share with you, in this what would be one of several episodes, one of the brands that I consider are actually bringing something to the table and pushing the envelope forward as guitar makers. Let's go check it out together. I'm Jorge Lanzas, and now we break it down, baby. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for being here once again in another video. And like I was saying in the intro, the guitar industry sometimes gets boring. The same designs, the same colors. Sometimes I feel like they're just making the same guitar over and over and over and over and over again. And honestly, I cannot just blame this all in the guitar industry.
Unless
we introduce ourselves in it. What do I mean by that? I mean that the guitar companies have figured out that for some reason, you and me, as guitar players, love these old guitars. And I bet you that probably you in your room, just like I do, probably have a Strat, a Tele, and a Les Paul of some sort. And if you do, let me know in the comment section down below. No cheating, I'm watching. So of course, guitar companies have noticed that and they capitalize in our thirst for this like guitar nostalgia. So again, I want to make sure that I take some time and dedicate a few episodes to showcase some of these brands that are actually
moving forward
and changing the landscape of what guitar means. It could either be in any or in all of these categories that involve design, creativity, engineering, or craftsmanship, which I think are probably the things that matter the most when you think about guitars. But I'm rambling, my friend. Let's stop the talking, get to the rocking, and check CREMA Guitars. So here we are on my computer, my friend, and the first thing that you notice is that I have a few clips over here loaded, and the reason is because my experience with CREMA Guitars started at NAMM. But as you can imagine, disaster struck that day, and I don't have any like discernible audio really, so I'm not gonna sit here and make you go through all these horrendous footage,
but
I'm gonna make sure that at least I show you like the visually striking things that you can see, and we're gonna check their website like we like to do. And if you've done this with me in the past, you already know how we're gonna be rocking, but if you don't and this is your first time, get ready to relax a little bit and make sure that you let me know in the comment section that this is your first time watching one of my videos. And while you're there, remember to like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube, and enjoy this little bossa nova, my friend. I hope your day keeps getting better and better and better. Alright, let's go. Alright, so let's just start this journey in the CREMAGuitars.com website. Let's check the different guitars. So as you can see, they have guitars and basses. And the first thing that you're gonna notice is that they do have some like very daring designs. They have this voltage guitar that sort of like looks like an Explorer or like a Jackson Kelly. Then they have the Revolver, which for me right now, it's like my favorite shape. Could it be because it's like the most traditional looking? I don't know, but definitely I do like the look of that one. And then we have the Calavera, with probably like the most creative shape. I mean, I want to say that that guitar looks very, very futuristic in the sense that it almost looks like a robot, or like the angles makes it look like it's almost like metallic, very futuristic in that sense, yet retains some of that like that guitar nostalgia with these little horns that make it look a little bit like an SG. And then of course the super classic Bigsby, you know what I mean? Like they super contrasted that very, very well. And that's definitely a big shout out in terms of creativity and design, right? And of course, they have basses, which I'm gonna say that maybe it's even cooler to have one of these guitars in a bass. Let's check, for example, the Revolver. Okay, they have two versions, a standard and a deluxe. The standard, they say that it has a Seymour Duncan SSL1, an SSL2 in the middle, and then a JB in the bridge. And then the same thing happens in the deluxe, but now we have a piezo system. So pretty cool. Let's see maybe like the standard, because I don't really care about piezos that much. And here we go. The first thing that really catches my attention is those beautiful finishes. Let's try to do a quick tour through all of them. This first one called Galaxy Purple Glitter. Then we have Sexy Red Glitter. Then we have Gold Glitter. And look at that beautiful fretboard. It looks like ebony almost, right? Then we have a Silver Glitter. Black Nightmare. Wow, I've never seen one of these, but this like Black Beauty style, you know, like gold and black. It's looking sick with the white pickups and the white cream logo. Wow, CREMA Guitars, you're doing it up, my guys. Naked Wood. Awesome. Look how beautiful that neck looks. The flame, super wide and wild at the same time, right? Like it's not like regular, not like pinstripey. Then we have the Pale Rose Glitter, Blue Cobalt, Midnight Sky, Gold Flake. And what's the difference between Gold Flake and Gold Glitter? Oh, the size of basically the speckle that they haven't put in there. Then we have blue glitter, pink glitter that looks exquisite. Just like that combination of that super bright neon pink, then the Moto pickguard, and then the super dark neck and the fretboard. Looks phenomenal to me. And I want to say that maybe where the logo hits right here, it's maybe a clear epoxy.
So even better.
We have the river stones. Wow. This is exactly when they start getting even more special. And oak. Nice. Something about it make me feel like it's like a Nordic kind of vibe. Very raw. It looks metal to me. I don't know why. Let me know in the comments if this looks metal to you. And then Caribbean blue. Wow, there's so many amazing colors and like textures to choose from. And I don't know about you, but I like them all. And I want to talk about like the little elephant in the room. As you can see, this is not like a regular paint job, right? Because you can see like a little border and there's like a sense of depth that even though this picture might not be like the best depiction of what these guitars look like, because I've seen them in person and I know what I'm talking about. So maybe right now that I describe to you how they make these guitars, it's gonna be easier for you to imagine how it looks like. And of course, I'm gonna show you a little bit of footage and stuff. So very, very cool stuff. But let me say, which color is my favorite? I am really liking these river stones. But probably my favorite is gonna be this pink glitter one. It just looks so beautiful in my opinion. But you let me know, my friend, which one is your favorite. Let's do a quick little tour again. Galaxy purple glitter, sexy red glitter, gold glitter, silver glitter, black nightmare, naked wood, pale rose glitter, blue cobalt, midnight sky, gold flake, blue glitter, pink glitter, river stones, light oak, and Caribbean blue. Let me know in the comments. So to talk about what's special about these guitars, let me go find a little bit of my footage. Let's start right here as I'm getting to the actual CREMA Guitars booth. And it was just such an experience to begin with, but look at this very quickly. You can see like there's something to it. So the way they're doing these guitars is that they are basically making a pool and then they're filling that up with epoxy resin and they put all these speckles in it. That's why they can get away with like flakes this big in your guitar or like what they were calling moon river stones, right? So let's watch a little bit more of this footage. I feel like this is a good example for me to show you, especially because of my face. You know that that's beautiful. But as you can see in this one, you can tell that those are like clay art pieces pretty much, you know? They made every single little flower and then they just put them inside. You know what I'm talking about, right? Let's keep watching what's happening here. And I love that they put so much effort into making their booth special. Again, see what is in this one? I don't even know. Oh, those are like little dolls. This one again. Look how cool. You've never seen a guitar like that, right? And I think that that's super cool. Okay, look at that, like the flake. Just pay attention. And of course, we already know that I'm doing all the zooms and everything. But look how much effort they put in their booth. Amazing guitars, amazing booth. The staff was like amazing. I remember Juan, I'm gonna give you a shout out, my man, because he gave me all the information and all the details about these guitars that of course I forgot by now. And then very important, I want to mention something that I didn't say earlier. These are guitars made in Mexico. That's why they have like the artisan kind of feel to them, right? That's why they put so much effort in making them like art pieces, which I am all in for. Let's see if we can just like scrub and see. Look at the finish. The size of that flake. It's huge. I love that about these guitars. Okay, that resonator in the back, like I'm telling you, they're doing a lot of very, very interesting things. And we're gonna read a little bit of the specs down here, but look at that. Then he's explaining me the way that they designed their bridges to make sure that everything is like resonating more than on a regular guitar. And I'm really sorry I don't have this audio. I hope this never happens to me again. I was just a rookie that day. Look at how beautiful the fretboard. You can see the craftsmanship in these guitars. The heel joint is just amazing. That's what I was saying. Look, the clear acrylic right there on the headstock with the branding. Super sick. I love the fret markers. Everything about these guitars, I'm telling you, is top notch. It almost like reminded me, sort of like in quality, if I can like compare it with something, it would be maybe Ernie Ball by Music Man. It's like very similar, like super high-end guitars, feeling super high-end, and that fretboard, just like the way they round the fretboard and stuff, made me feel pretty much like that. Look, the cute little flowers. That's what I'm saying. These are pieces of art. And I love when something that you make art with, it's art in and of itself. It's not just like a piece of wood with paint, right? But I don't want to be blasphemous either because I like that little piece of wood with paint. So now let's see of the key specifications of these guitars. And I love that they're not hiding behind any shade or anything like that. They're telling you all the parts you use to upgrade your traditional guitars are used to build a CREMA. What does that tell you? That they're using all the premium components that everybody loves to mod their guitars with. They have the ratio locking tuners from Graphtec nut, modern C-shape and 22 round frets, 5-way switch, craft switch, SSL simmer Duncans, blah blah blah, 2 pneumatic bridge, input switch craft, CTS pots, and of course they have push-pull. That's pretty cool. I didn't remember that, but cool is that they have a resonance plate. That is that thing that I was telling you about in the video. So basically that's it. Okay, so now that we checked the Revolver and a few of their specs, let's go check the other guitars. Okay, voltage. Nice. They have a standard, a metal, and a deluxe. And for what you can see right here very quickly, the difference is the pickups. So let's just go with the deluxe just for fun. And as you can see, ooh, I like that in this design, you kind of like have more real estate to showcase what you have in here in the guitar. So maybe if you were to do a custom, it would be well worth it to have maybe this design just so that you can show more of what you have. First and foremost, you see this is called green foil. Again, that's what I'm saying. They're pushing the envelope a little bit further, doing special things on each guitars, making them even more desirable, right? And then of course we have the Galaxy Purple, the Sexy Red, Gold Glitter, Silver Glitter, and then the Naked Wood, Pale Rose Glitter, Midnight Sky, Gold Flake, the Blue Glitter, the Pink Glitter. I don't know, for some reason in this design I don't like it as much as in the other, but I feel the cool ones in this special guitar. The foil, ooh, Silver Glitter and mirrors. Nice. And then Caribbean Blue. So the special is that those two that I didn't find in the other guitar. And then when checking the specs, I noticed that they have this like Graphtec kind of saddles too in the bridge. Again, pretty good. Just checked on this guitar. I wanted to make sure that I checked with you their custom shop page because, you know, you can actually ask for whatever it is that you want. And as you can see, our friend right here is making this guitar and putting all these cool little details, every single little one of these charms into this guitar blank, if you will, which is the thing that they're gonna fill up with the epoxy resin. And now with these pictures, if you've been waiting patiently, is how you're gonna see how these finishes actually look. Nice, look at that. Such a nice, cool, and intricate design. That one with the buttons looks sick too. I love a lot of color and it's like a sun in the middle of the sky. Super trippy. Ooh, classic track mirrors. Very cool. Some flower power. And I wonder if these are actual flowers. They look like they could be real flowers. Something about the petals looks like legit to me. Then cool, the super nice looking charms. I love all these colors. What are they, like little birds? Yeah, like little creatures from the forest maybe. And this is one of my favorite designs. I remember picking one of these at NAMM. It's almost like a prismatic kind of like design, and of course they use like different colors. So when you move it, it has like that chameleon, that like color shifting effect, right? But since it's got all these like hard angles, and as you can see, it's like a three-dimensionality to it. It's like pyramids almost. Not pyramids, you know what I mean? Because they have like 5 sides. I don't know if it's a pyramid. But that's too much geekery. Let's move on to the next pick. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. Look at this one with a ton of like little rubber duckies. I love it when they can take chances like this. Nice. Like some Dia de los Muertos type of stuff. Representing the Mexican heritage. I don't know what these are, but look like frosty little charms. Nice. Oof. Super cool. I just love it, you know, like they could look silly maybe for somebody, but in my opinion, they're just like pushing boundaries left and right. And the fact that they can actually use their creativity to make something that hasn't really been done, it's like very cool to me, at least in the guitar world, you know. I'm saying nobody's inventing like sliced bread over here, but in my opinion, in a guitar, having that kind of art is super, super valuable. I really am enjoying these guitars. Nice. This is what I was talking about, the basses. Look, they have a different kind of vibe. Sick. What a beautiful trio. And on that note, my friend, let's go get a few conclusions. Right, my friends, so there you have it. CREMA guitars. Honestly, a super fair alternative for like regular guitars. I, for one, I'm honestly bored of this like opening like Reverb or Sweetwater or whatever and just say like, oh, there's new guitars and all these fanfare. And it's like a Fiesta Red Strat, or a blonde Tele with the black pickguard, or a Sunburst Les Paul, or a white SG, or an ES335. You know what I mean? Even though I love all those guitars and I wish I had them all, it's super refreshing to see something different. And my friend, if you stayed here till the very end, please go to the comment section down below and write sweet so that I know that you're a real one and that you stay till the very end. And of course, let me know what you think about CREMA guitars.
Other than that, my friend,
That's been enough about me, so don't forget to like, subscribe. If you can financially support me, smash that super thanks button. I thank you so much. And if you have some more time to watch another video, go watch this one right here and I'll be waiting for you right there, my friend. See you soon.